For all the best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Crown Plaza Hotel in New York City, this bout is being presented by DiBella Entertainment, CSI Sports, the beautiful Mohegan Sun Casino, wallstreet.com, and Corona La Cerveza Más Fina. Our matchmaker tonight is Lou Fugazi, and the 3 judges assigned, scoring on a 10-point must system, will be Ron McNair, Tony Paolino, and James Pierce. When the bell rings, our referee in charge of the action will be David Fields. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's 6 rounds in the super middleweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting to my right out of the red corner, he weighed in at 161 1/2 pounds and comes to the ring tonight wearing black trunks with red trim. Hailing from Havana, Cuba, his record consists of 3 wins, 11 losses, 2 draws, and 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andres Larrinaga. And his opponent fighting directly across from him tonight out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 163 pounds and is wearing solid black trunks. Coming to us from Staten Island, New York, he has a professional record of 4 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, and 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tim, the True Deal, O'Neill.
Referee David Fields bringing the fighters together.
About 6 rounds. You both know the rules. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves below.
So we have super middleweight scheduled for 6 rounds of action. Look at Tim O'Neill and Andres Larrinaga from Cuba, now living in Miami. James Smith and Kevin Kelly here at the Crown Plaza. Underway. Both fighters orthodox. Expect O'Neill to be aggressive. And we see Larrinaga doing what he wants to do, getting a little bit more aggressive early. Told us that he's laid back too much in previous fights, Kevin.
Well, one thing, he has a new trainer, and when the new trainer steps up, he's able to pick up your mistakes much faster because he has never seen you before. And Andres right now, like I said, sparring partner mode. I see he's gotten out of that by going forward and initiating the action. Fighting more Cuban-like, as I said.
O'Neill a little tentative with his left jab, needs to put some pop behind it. There's a nice uppercut by O'Neill.
There's one thing I see O'Neill not doing too much of. He has the height and the reach advantage, but he's not jabbing at all. And he's going backwards with a jab, which takes away from your punching power.
Also not taking advantage of that height and reach, not fighting, as we would say, tall.
Allowing Andres to walk inside. And Andres is more effective closer than he is far away. But O'Neill is allowing that to happen.
Nice combination by O'Neill. Another body shot, left and a right by O'Neill, but he's off balance, so he's not getting a lot of power behind that shot. He has 3 KOs, O'Neill does, in his 4 victories. Larrinaga 2 KOs in his 3 victories. 11 losses, but a lot of those by decision. Again, he's never been stopped in his career thus far.
Shows he's very durable. And, you know, durable fight, especially young in your career, this could be actually a lesson for O'Neill. He should be starting to jab. He's starting to utilize the ring. He's got to keep Andres at bay. Andres is fighting very smart, on the other hand, by getting close and going forward and backing O'Neill up, where he takes away O'Neill's power, who's the taller man with the longer reach.
Kevin, both of these guys came in here a little bit dry, not sweating. There's a nice left hook by O'Neill. You'd like to see a little bit more perspiration, wouldn't you, when they come in the ring?
Well, warming up is a very essential thing, not only for injury purposes, but for fighting purposes. Well, like I said,
the heads came together. Looks like a cut over the left eye of O'Neill. I don't know if that came from a clash of heads, but there's a cut, and you see O'Neill putting that left hand up. Nasty cut above the left eye of Tim O'Neill.
nothing racist, but O'Neill is Irish. Irish guys are known to cut, and O'Neill has a serious gash coming on the left side of his eye. I don't know if it's in danger of stopping the fight because it's on the side, not above the eye. So I don't think they'll stop the fight because of it.
Nice combination by O'Neill despite that cut.
It's funny. O'Neill's boxing now like he should have boxed since the bell rang because of that cut. Has helped him box. It helped him a great deal. Get on the outside, utilize the jab.
Combination by O'Neill. Round two, Tim O'Neill, you see him there against Andres Larrinaga. Close first round, could have gone either way.
Let's go.
O'Neill suffered a cut above the left eye. May have been caused from an accidental headbutt. They'll go to the scorecards after 4 rounds. If something happened where he couldn't continue, if it stopped prior to that, it'd be a no contest. Weak combination by Tim O'Neill from Staten Island. Nice right hand by Larrinaga, his best shot of the fight.
Larrinaga stepping in, not either behind the jab, neither one is jabbing. O'Neill started to pick up a jab when he got cut. O'Neill, I guess, his corner would tell him the right advice would be, you got to fight. Catch him coming in with a jab, drop a straight right hand and back to the jab and get your distance. Because every time Andres gets in, he's going to cause damage. He's running in with his head, matter of fact, and probably that cut was provoked by a headbutt.
O'Neill not really doing a good job of getting his sights on his target when he punches. He's a little too tentative.
And what's strange is he has 3 knockouts out of 5 fights. And you would think that he'd be much more aggressive in his attack. Instead, he plans on touching Andres rather than punching Andres. And that could be a problem of respect. Andres don't respect him at all.
It's not really a bad cut. He's in a position where it can roll down the side of the eye. Uppercut by O'Neill. But again, he's not planted. He's not in position to utilize any power behind that shot.
Well, the big thing with the shot is that O'Neill's only throwing 1 shot. He's not even combination punching. He's not punching in 2s and 3s. He throws 1 big opening. He's fighting more in a shell, okay, emotional shell, than he should be. He should be more or less controlling his man. He's not controlling him with a jab. He's got the reach advantage. A lot of things O'Neill's not doing in this fight.
Larrinaga trying to work on the inside. O'Neill ducking down. Larrinaga should try the uppercut instead of the shot like that that's going to sail over the head. There's a nice jab by Larrinaga.
Andres needs to step in with his shots, okay? And actually what's funny is Tim Neill has a better record, but it's actually a competitive fight, which you wouldn't think by the record of Andres, who's 3-11 with 2 knockouts.
Well, you can kind of, with young fighters like this, as you know, throw these records out the window. Larrinaga coming from Cuba. Didn't have like so many great Cuban fighters, he didn't have the extensive amateur career. He's learning as he goes along. Unfortunately for him, he's 32 years of age. O'Neill is only 27. Coming up under 20 seconds to go, round number 2 scheduled for 6 super middleweights.
Actually, Andres is in a must-win situation with that many losses.
All right, another difficult round to score here in New York. Round number 3 from the Crown Plaza in New York City, right off Broadway. It's Tim O'Neill taking on Andres Larrinaga.
O'Neill's gotten more confident. I tell you, he came out this round almost in a slugfest manner rather than a boxing manner. He said, you know what? I'm in a ring with a guy against 311. I got to pick the tempo up. I got to be more the aggressor. But he's still not coming in off a jab, which is very dangerous.
Kind of been a difficult fight to score, Kevin. I have this fight pretty much even. I leaned towards O'Neill in the last round. I called the first round even. They've done a good job on that cut above O'Neill's left eye. There's a nice right hand by O'Neill.
Right now, I got a dead even. I got it 19-19. The first round I gave to Andres, and the second round I gave to O'Neill. Just like gave to Andres the first round, just on aggression, active aggression, pressing the fight, ring generalship, as they say.
You know, you can see why these heads are coming together when O'Neill is inside. He really is the one sort of initiating. He's dipping his head right like that, and you can see why these heads are coming together.
They call that a boxing cowering. And what cowering is, it's almost like a dog putting his tail between his legs. You don't want to get hit with a shot. You're showing that with your body gestures, you don't want to fight.
It's a good point, and you can see the facial expressions of O'Neill sort of cowering. There he lands a combination. On the inside, the action. Larrinaga needs to try to work the uppercut. There he goes, right on cue. That punch is right there for Andres Larrinaga, as O'Neill tends to look straight down to the canvas when he comes inside.
O'Neill's definitely fighting the wrong fight. When he watches tape, he'll see that he strategically didn't place his punches right, didn't throw his punches right, didn't keep his man on the outside, which is a very important task to do. You got to learn this early in your career. And a guy like Andres is great practice for you.
Well, if anybody has any power, right now is a position for somebody to really take advantage, because these two are like fighting in a phone booth, right in one another's face. It's Andres Larrinaga from Cuba with his back to us, trying to work that uppercut. The left hook that misses. Good move by O'Neill to slide out of there. A little bit of backhand. He's warned by referee David Fields. 30 seconds to go in this round number 3 of a scheduled 6-rounder.
O'Neill's doing something I just noticed is flagrant. I was wondering why he was missing. He takes his eye off his target. He doesn't keep his eye on his target. And you can see why. He's quincing before he throws his shot, not get counted, and he's quincing when he throws a punch.
Another close round, round number 3. Tim O'Neill and Andres Larrinaga.
It's the terminology. You think about getting hit before you get hit.
Round number 4 from the Crown Plaza. Tim O'Neill jabbing away against Andres Larrinaga. Super middleweight division. Weight limit on this, 168 pounds, of course. And this fight is up for grabs, Kevin.
Well, I got it right now. I got O'Neill winning the last round, so I got it scored unofficially, of course. 29-28. It's turning into an exciting fight.
I have it dead even. O'Neill comes in here at 4-1-2, 3 KOs. Larrinaga 3-11 with 2 draws and 2 KOs. There's a right hand by O'Neill, but he's pushing that shot. There's a better right hand by O'Neill to the body.
O'Neill definitely needs to work on some things. I mean, Andres at 32 years of age with a record of 3-11. Right now should be a trial horse for Tim O'Neill, but he's not. He's actually being competitive here, and he has his moments, and O'Neill has to watch this tape and learn from his mistakes to go on to advance to fight better fighters. Because if he continues to fight this way in his former fashion, him on the other end, just like Andres is tonight.
More blood coming now from the left eye of O'Neill. That cut opened up in round number 1 from an accidental headbutt. Larrinaga should be pretty good on the inside. He told us he actually wrestled in Cuba before he came over to the States.
Yeah, there's a big difference between throwing punches and grabbing somebody and throwing them on the floor. You know what I mean?
There's a right hand by O'Neill. O'Neill fights to me like a guy who's like overtrained, if you will. He just seems like he doesn't have the snap on his punches.
Well, he could be stale, but the main problem I see out of his body karma, okay, his body karma, his reaction, is that he's thinking about getting hit before he gets hit. And that's a detriment in boxing. You can't think about the pain before you think about the pleasure.
Yeah, I mentioned that right away. He looked tentative, and it's continued.
It's the wrong sport, the tentativeness.
There's a nice left hook, the best one we've seen, but you could hear the shot. His glove was in the wrong position, sort of open. It created a slapping sound by O'Neill. There's a nice body shot and a combination by O'Neill. His best body shot of the fight.
And it was the headbutt by Andres just a few minutes ago. He headbutted O'Neill. O'Neill quinched from the shot. I think he's more scared of the headbutts than he is the punches.
Neither one of these fighters really generating great leverage on their punches, but it's a fan-friendly fight. Body shot by O'Neill. Now he's pawing with that left jab, maybe fatigue setting in.
Yeah, he looks very tired, Smitty. I think you're right. The 4 rounds, like I said, he could have overtrained or maybe didn't train hard enough. But he does look like something is affecting him.
Now, guys, let's go.
Round number 5, Tim O'Neill, Andres Larrinaga. What has been a very difficult super middleweight fight to score.
Well, I'm starting to find it Tim O'Neill pulling away a little bit. I scored at 39-37 unofficially, of course. I'm finding that O'Neill is finding somewhat of a little rhythm. Andres' ineffectiveness in landing is what's costing him to me this fight. He comes in, doesn't land effectively. There goes. When I say that, he lands a straight right hand.
Best right hand of the fight for Larrinaga.
Make a liar out of me every time.
But you know what? Oh, and O'Neill paused when he was hit with that shot. Larrinaga should have jumped all over him.
Yeah, Larrinaga is not punching in bunches. He's not punching 3-4 times. He's taking one shot, and it's not effective. Now, Tim O'Neill is throwing in punches and bunches.
All of a sudden, Tim O'Neill comes to life and lands a nice combination. And the crowd excited by that. He's a Staten Island young man. On the inside. Nice right hand thrown by Larrinaga. Back and forth they go, uppercut by Larrinaga.
O'Neill is now starting to fight effectively. I think his confidence is growing. They both have to watch their head. Mainly O'Neill got to watch his head because he's the one with the cut.
On the inside, not a lot of action. You can see fatigue setting in a little bit. Jab and a nice right hand by Larrinaga. Another looping right hand. On the inside, again, the fighter's holding on. Free hand by O'Neill. He should use that hand when it's free on the inside. Now all of a sudden there, for just a moment, Andres Larrinaga, maybe in tribute to you, switched to the southpaw style.
Well, it was just an off-balance move. It wasn't an on-balance move. He threw this shot, but he missed it, so he had to switch. He was stuck. Great compensation. I tell you, they compensated very well.
Here's a pawing left jab. O'Neill told us his best combination was the left and the right. But as you've been pointing out, he's just a little bit too tentative, thinking perhaps a little too much. There's a nice move. Little flurry on the inside, and then he slid out. But you can see right there, he's just thinking about getting hit. And when you're doing that, you're not going to be able to commit and have the power that you normally would.
There are some things, definitely from watching this tape and this footage, he's going to learn. Is it a learning fight for him? Yes. Can he get better? A lot better. And he's going to have to get better? Oh, yes. One part is leaning with his head first before he punches, and that's a problem, especially when you get cut very easy like he did.
All right, Larrinaga trying to close round number 5 with one more to go.
Ring the bell,
And
man. You rang the bell?
he rang the bell. So David's a little late on. He missed the bell there. All right, 6th and final round. How do you have it, Kevin?
I have the score right now, 49-46. I got Tim O'Neill pulling away, slightly on edge, and I think Andres feels the same thing, and he's starting to heat the action up. He's going after O'Neill this round.
Fighting like he knows he needs this round. I have O'Neill slightly ahead. There's a nice combination by Tim O'Neill, 27 years of age. 4-1, 2 draws. Nice combination again. In and out by O'Neill. Now he's using the boxing style, kind of fighting almost like he feels he's winning this fight.
Well, he's running away. They call it running away from the work. Don't run away from the work. I mean, Andres is coming to you, work him as he comes in, put your punches together, land your combos, and then step to the side. He's actually in running mode when he's doing that, not boxing mode.
About the only really effective thing Larrinaga's had is that looping right and an occasional uppercut that he's trying to set up right there.
Yeah, but he's laying with his head. The problem both men have as young fighters is they both lean with their head first. Don't lean with your head because it throws your balance off. And that's what both men are doing, and that's why they're not landing effective, hard shots.
There's a nice uppercut by O'Neill, and to be quite honest with you, they're young only in terms of how many fights they've had, because at 27 years of age for O'Neill and 32 for Larrinaga, they're really not that young, but in the beginning stages in terms of how many fights they've had. And although O'Neill did have a pretty good amateur record with 50 fights, the body shot by O'Neill on the inside, combination by O'Neill.
O'Neill should have jumped on Andres, hit him with right hand. We don't know if it bothered him, but it looked like it could have stunned him a little bit. And O'Neill, he's got to pick these things up as his career goes on, because if he doesn't, he's going to have a lot of problems in his career.
Under a minute to go in the 6th and final round from the Crown Plaza in New York. James Smith and Kevin Kelly. Jabbing O'Neill now. A lot of this, though, a lot of inside opportunities, and really nobody's taken great advantage of it. I think O'Neill, as you pointed out earlier, would have been better. This is a nice hook. Would have been better to box more and fight as a taller fighter. Combination by O'Neill. But instead, he's chosen to do this. He's been able to get away with it against Larrinaga. But as he goes, he tries to go against better competition. Wow, he threw that uppercut like Buster Douglas did against Holyfield from a very dangerous position. But Larrinaga did not make him pay. But it's another round, which I think will probably go to Tim O'Neill, who probably will win this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the Corona scorecards, and we have a unanimous decision. Both judges Ron McNair and Tony Paolillo are in agreement, scoring the bout exactly the same, 58-56. And Judge Jim Pierce scores the bout 59-55. All in favor of your winner, Tim, the True Deal, O'Neill.